What's good, fam? This is Dollar Will calling to pass along the deal. This video here is going to be short. This is for the people who want to start trading or want to get in the flow of really learning and growing as a trader. And this is one way I think is a very good way to do it. And this is called a prop account, proprietary trading. It stands for, it's called prop account for short. And what these companies do is they allow you to, I guess I don't want to say, I guess you can say you're auditioning for a real money account by trading in a demo account. Um, it's highly recommended that you demo trade before you learn, before you jump out there with real money and start trading, because in the beginning of your trading career, you're pretty much guaranteed to lose. You're gonna lose, and you're gonna lose a lot, and you're gonna lose for a while before you get it. So, why demo trade? Why not just have your own demo trade account, and why go through someone else when you can just get your own account and pay nothing? The reason for that is when you are trading in your own demo account, the first problem is that we rarely do it. We just pass time, and a month go by and we'll trade one day and not tomorrow because we have nothing invested in it. There's a psychological component to trading. If you don't have what they call skin in the game, uh, then it affects how we trade. It affects if we trade. It affects how seriously we take it. Well, with these prop firms, you have skin in the game, so you have to basically pay for the evaluation. That's one benefit, is that it creates a commitment on your behalf, because you want to get your money back or get some value for your money. Another benefit of the prop accounts is they have analytics of your performance, and at the end of your, or periodically, monthly, you can look and see how well you've done. And so they're going to keep records for you automatically of your trades, so you can go back and see and second guess yourself, and take snapshots and save what you did. It's just a more organized way of doing it than doing it for yourself. Another reason is, a benefit of prop trading is, it's a it's like an accountability partner. Okay. Someone else is looking at your results and keeping a record of it. Now that gets to be important, very important later, as you grow as a trader and you want to move, say, from this company or one company to another company. Another party can vouch for your trading results, because all the prop firms and major ones, they know each other, and they know you didn't doctor it up. Because aside from, I mean, you could trade in your own personal account and give them that data, but the prop account data is better because it's another party. It's an outside party. So, and it's different trading your own money, actually, versus when you trade someone else's money. So, and it's even different going from prop account to a real money account, but it's less of a jump. But it is different. I'm not going to say it's exactly the same, but trading in your own demo with nobody looking, that's it's better than nothing. But when you go from that to trading real money, psychologically, that's a jump. So I would say trading in a prop account gets you closer psychologically to what it's like when you're trading in a real money account. Now, the other carrot on the stick or benefit of prop trading is if you pass they're called evaluations. Some companies call them challenges, others call them evaluations. If you pass the evaluation, you get a real money account. Okay, so you're basically auditioning during the demo phase. Okay, during the challenge or evaluation. You're trying out for a real, quote unquote, real money, or officially it's called a funded account. So you're trying out for that. And so that makes it more, puts another level of seriousness on it too. And another benefit is trading other people's money is a layer of safety also, because you'd rather lose someone else's money than your own. And then there's some tax advantages that you can explore with an accountant, because what a lot of folks do is they will set up a business, and then they'll put the prop account in the name of that business, and then they of course would be the employee of that business, and their tax advantages to doing it that way, because you can create give yourself similar benefits as though you were working for the benefits you're used to when you were working at a job. So it's just it's easier for you to do that. Uh, even when it comes to credit. So that's a whole nother thing. If you get that far into it, we can have that conversation. But there are accountants and stuff that'll tax professionals that help you set all that up. And it gets, because when you're running your own business, you still need credit and all that kind of stuff. And so having a business and paying yourself a salary, and then you can set your salary, and you can pay yourself what you need, and as opposed to paying yourself too much. I'm gonna stop there because it gets into some tax stuff. But let's just say it can have a tax sheltering kind of advantage that folks, you know, because the folks use it for, because it's not your money until you get paid and a salary. It's the company's money. So you would pay your corporate tax, and then you pay your income tax based on what you're paid from the company. But that's way downstream. But a good first step in your journey of learning how to trade, because all that other stuff is really part of it too, because there's a whole behind the scenes business part of it, of how you have to set yourself up, or how you can set yourself up, put it that way. Because everybody wants to pay their fair share of taxes, but not pay more taxes than the law really requires. And so that gets downstream. But at the top of this page here, this is Apex Trader Funding, and you can look in the description down below, and you can get the link to this site, and it has a coupon code there. This is my affiliate link, and this code gives you the 80% off. So you got to click that link, and that's how you'll automatically have the code built in for you. All right. And if you want to know more specifically about how prop firms work, there's an FAQ there for you. But basically, let's say you pass. Honestly, it's going to take you a while to pass. It's a challenge. And I'm sorry, I forgot the most important reason why I like prop accounts, or I think that they're a great path to learning only if you're paying for these evaluations at a deeply discounted price. That I'm going to show you down here how much they cost. But I like to wait for them to have a sale, and this is a good one. It's an 80% off sale. Let's see. So this is like, let's consider this like you're managing that amount of notional value, we'll call it, put it that way. I don't want to get too deep into that, but just imagine that's the notional value that you're on the account, the demo account that you are auditioning with, and they have different sizes. And then they have this most important number. So this is your profit goal, and that's how many contracts you're allowed. And this is a very important number here called the trailing threshold. That's basically how much you're allowed to lose before being disqualified. And you'll notice that when you go from 25 to 50, your loss limit is not doubled. So the first thing you have to do is pick the right size account. And that depends on your level of experience and how, your trading strategy and all that. And so a part of the trial and error of doing this is figuring out, as you work out the kinks in your system, figuring out what size account makes sense for you. So that's your personal decision to figure that out. But with prop accounts, there's a split of every firm has their own rules about the split. Okay. And this company split, I believe it's 90-10, meaning you keep 90%, and they don't see it right here yet. It's on here somewhere. It's in the FAQ. I'll let you find it. 90-10. So you keep 90%, the house keeps 10%. But with this company, I think it's like the first $25,000 if you earn, they don't take anything. So it's a good deal in that regard. And what I like is if it's 80% off, and let's say you took, this one, just to make the math simple, let's say 10% is $15. You're talking about $30 as opposed to $147 a month. And so I think $30 is a good, I'm trying not to call it an investment, but I think I'll call it an investment, a good investment in your education. Because I think the wrong way to do it is go out there and put $1,000 into a real money account. And this firm, you are trading futures, and futures are taxed favorably to, say, trading stocks. So that's another thing. You will have a lot. It's a lot you're going to learn. A lot of stuff you're going to learn about trading, about different asset classes, and this will open you wide open. You're going to learn a whole lot about a lot for a little bit of money. And that $30, I guarantee you, is far, far, far less than you will lose with real money. So I encourage people to get in these, as if they're serious, if they're willing to put in a little bit of time every day on the charts. This is an organized way to do it. And the $30 in this case gives you some skin in the game, gives you a psychological connection. The company's going to have analytics of your trading performance, and you'll be on your way. This company has some training material on there behind the paywall. When you sign in, they got some training material. Of course, YouTube is full of training material. Of course, I have a Patreon that does training, so you can figure that out. How you want to, if you want to go your own way, you want to join my Patreon, you want to surf on YouTube, do your thing. To learn more about futures, you can go to the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, CME. They have a website, and they have a very good free training, and you get a little certificate. They walk you through a little quiz. They watch a few short videos, and then you do multiple choice tests, and they have a lot of short, I don't want to call it webinars, courses. Let me just say short courses, and their courses take maybe an hour or two, couple hours. And they have a lot of courses. So once you sign up, they'll send you courses in your email over time, and they'll teach you about the various markets and nuances of futures trading, and more than you would ever want to know. and the Chicago Mercantile Exchange is the primary exchange where they're traded. So you're learning from the best source. They're the ones that they're the exchange, and so all the brokers and stuff that allow you to trade futures, they're basically getting your orders end up destined going to them, the CME. So you're learning from the number one source. So there's lots of, that's a free way to do it. YouTube is a free way to learn, and my cost is, on my Patreon is near free. It's a little more than a 6-pack of beer a month. So it's, I don't know if YouTube wants me mentioning prices like that, but it's embarrassingly low. It's less than what you guys commonly give to in super chat in one show, and that's what I charge in 1 month, and my rate has been the same since 2017. All right, it's due to go up. I need to raise it, but anyway. So that's what you got here. So you got this thing here called a trailing threshold, and like I said, that's your loss limit. And so the way that works is it's called trailing. So what that means is, if let's say they take the highest amount that your account ever, the highest profit amount that your account ever reached. Let's say you had your profit spiked up and you had a $500 gain. Okay, so that would mean that your loss limit would be $1,500 away from that $500 gain. So as your profit rises, the loss limit, the threshold that you can't go below, rises with you. Okay, and it will continue to rise until you reach this goal. Now, later down the road, if you pass and progress forward, the rules are different. Now, that's all I'm going to say on that. I don't think they want us to really tell you that, but I'll say this from my experience: the hardest rules are right here in the beginning. But it's great that it's that way, because it teaches you discipline right at the beginning that you're going to need. Because there's some bad habits that we all have, some greed and impatience and all that stuff. And these rules will work all of that out of your system. And all it's going to cost you is some time and this $30 fee if you get this one. And this one's more like, what, 33 or whatever. You do the math, 80% off. And you can go all the way up to trading a notional 150K. Now, this top part here is software called NinjaTrader, and NinjaTrader only works on a PC. The bottom part, same account sizes, but the cost is a little different because it was a separate company called Tradeovate, but this company, NinjaTrader, recently purchased, or beginning of the year pretty much, but they officially announced it recently, that NinjaTrader purchased Tradeovate. So NinjaTrader is PC only. Tradeovate, I think I'm not sure if it's both. It might be just Mac. But if you have a Mac and you want to do this, if you want to do NinjaTrader on the Mac, you're going to need Boot Camp, Parallels, or VMware. Basically an emulation program, to make a virtual machine on your Mac. Or if you just want to go native, you can use Tradeovate. Now, if you happen to be using TradingView software, there is a bridge within Tradeovate, but Tradeovate's going to hit you up. You're going to have to end up paying about $9 or $10 extra a month, and Tradeovate will link your TradingView software. So if you're already comfortable with TradingView and you don't really want to learn anything else, go with Tradeovate and pay the $9 or $10 and use your TradingView. I'm a Mac person, so I'm not really sure if this works on a PC, but you can look into it. Check, it just shouldn't be that hard. FAQ will tell you, or just go to TradeOvate and they'll tell you if they work something tells me they do. I kind of think that they do. And another benefit of TradeOvate is that they have a mobile app. Okay. And another different benefit of TradeOvate is internally, they have an internal copy trading software. So what some folks do with this prop firm stuff, once they get like really good at it, they'll take a couple, they'll pass, they'll have their favorite size, and they get to a point where they know they can pass, and then they catch one of these sales, and then they might buy 10 of these daggone things. And so if let's say they're making a small amount per day in one of these accounts, and they'll have 10 of them, and so that size will be, that gain will be multiplied by 10. So you can see how this can really add up. So you might say, well, why not just get one big account? Why get 10 smaller accounts when you can get one bigger account? Well, as I said earlier, as these accounts go up in size, like when this doubles or quadruples, let's go from the 25 to the 100. Your loss limit is 1,500. Your trailing threshold at 25K. So if that was to multiply that times 4, you would expect the 100K to be 6,000. It's not. It's only 3,000. So let me say this: your first lesson as a trader is to know that you're really a risk manager. And I'm going to give you this. I'm giving you that much free game right there, because the first trap that people, or mistake that people make from the trap that's set for them, is their big greedy eyes come here on this page, and they start looking at these big dollar amounts for the account sizes, when the most important number is this risk. That threshold, that's your loss limit. So and so the contract size, the profit goal, and this is the most important, the trailing threshold. So people concentrate on that and don't look at that. Okay. So with some guys, once they gotten to the point where they can pass this stuff, without a whole lot of uncertainty that they're going to be able to do it, they'll jump in and buy like 10 of these on one of these special deals, on these special low prices like this, and then they'll stack the money that way. So so you can, it doesn't take a genius to do the simple math to say if they making $200 or $300 or something, just to doing like the most simplest, easiest trade that they can find, and they end up with 10 of these accounts. It could really get to be a crazy amount of money real fast. But TradeOvate has copy trading software built in it. And so you can, if you own multiple accounts, it's, TradeOvate software can already accommodate that. But the folks that use NinjaTrader, there's another company that they subscribe to that does that, that'll copy it. And so that's all way downstream way. It's nothing I don't want to jinx you, but in the beginning, you just gotta, your concentration is passing the evaluation. But all this other stuff is me just kind of showing you how this thing could mushroom into something else. So so now you know why you don't see me putting up too many videos on my channel. Is I'm busy, and there are, if you join my Patreon, you're gonna come upon some other people that you see a lot of around YouTube, and you're gonna say, I thought I didn't know you were still on YouTube. I didn't know what happened to you. And they're gonna tell you, I've been over here trading. Because this thing will definitely take your time away from having like a very active YouTube channel. So I'm around in the space, but I'm in the chat trolling and stuff. But even when I'm doing that, I usually have some charts up. I'm doing something else in the foreground, and I'm just in the chat while I'm waiting on a price on the chart to hit a certain level. I'm usually trading while I'm in these chats. All right. So, but that's that. So if you're interested, click the link in the description. And if you want to join me on Patreon, you'll be more than welcome there. The training is individual and group, is however you want it. If you want to have a private session or 3 or whatever, you can. There's no upsell in there. Um, whether you just attend the group sessions or private sessions or none of the sessions and just watch the playback of it when I post it. It's there's no difference in the price. I don't have a multi-tiered membership. It's all one membership. You in the door, you in. It's festival style. So that's what it is. So that's all I got. I hopefully you guys will take advantage of this. I'll be bringing these opportunities forward. And let me just say this also. There's a thing in these prop firms called a reset. A reset is when you blow up the account, you break the rule, and they disqualify you. But because with this sale, it's 80% off, and it's like 80% off lifetime. So 30 days from the day you sign up, if you've blown the account, they will reset you and bill you again the $30 or whatever is 80% off of the account size you pick. They'll rebill you, and that's the way, and you'll start all over again. No harm, no foul. Now, if you want to get started beforehand, they have this thing called a reset, and it's something like it's either $75 or $85, something like that, to reset you. I don't do it. I don't do it. I punish myself because, again, my whole thing is the $30 is a good deal, and I'm trying not to um, lose more or invest more in this than necessary. So what I do is either suffer and wait until till my 30 days is up and they rebuild me again and reset me, and that punishment actually makes me perform better. So let's see. Another thing, when you're having a senior moment, y'all gotta forgive me. I'm I'm approaching 60 now, so my it goes. Um, the reset. Something about the reset. Oh, another thing I do. Sometimes I'll have more than one account. Um, Another thing I wanted to say. Gotcha. I'm sorry. God, my mind is going. Um, Once you pass, it's like it's psychological at various levels. Like once you pass and you get in the account, then it's hard to keep it then because it's a different level of stress that you put on yourself, and you get in there and you have all your rules, and then you may not have the discipline to follow your rules, and so that's kind of a struggle. Let's just put it like that. Having passed this daggone challenge several times, I'll tell you, it's still uh it's still a challenge to maintain your discipline. Okay, it's it's a whole nother thing. I tell you, I am I think I'm a very good swing trader. I don't stress like this with swing trading. Swing trading is when you're holding it for longer periods. If I'm holding something for several days, weeks, or months, oh man, I'm off the record. I get cocky with that. But day trading is like for me, it's like my greed and my anxiety. That's just my own personal story. But the rules work. It's it's your own discipline to apply the rules, and it's hard to explain. But when you try it, you'll see it. You'll be like, okay, this is too simple of a rule. Why can't I just wait? But it's like eat right and exercise, and we don't always do it. But I'm rambling. But if you want to get started in this game, this is a cheap, uh, responsible amount of money to invest in it. I highly discourage people from going out there with their real money account. Because even if you go out there and say, okay, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna invest $500, that $500 is gonna be gone real fast. You'll learn much more and much faster spending $30 or something a month than going out there putting $500, which is nothing. $500 is nothing. It's really nothing. That money will be gone in a couple of days. I don't even think you make it a week. Doing this, that same amount of money, you wouldn't even spend that a year. At $30 a month, you wouldn't spend $500 in a year, and you'll learn a whole lot more. So that's all I got, and I am going to be out of here. Put any questions you have at the bottom of the comment section, and I'll respond. Peace.